this over here.
Yeah.
What are you looking for in a school? What
You're
person do you
horrible.
envision yourself to be?
I
Slim
am.
doesn't like school.
I had it on. Look. So why does it still make noise?
I wonder that every day.
Had me alert you about a snake.
Brr, 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 brr. What snake?
Mm-hmm. No, but that let me be selective with my silence.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You miss me.
You'll miss me.
You're so cute.
Is anybody here? It is a Saturday. It is harvest every day season, it feels like. And so we assume that we're not going to have much of an audience because it's that time of year. What is everybody doing this morning?
We'll wait till we got some people still coming in.
Oh, okay. I wasn't even noticing that. And we're in the death spiral.
This is so frustrating.
Good morning, Tammy. I'm glad you could join us. I think we're in a death spiral, although it did that last time, and
I'm showing it is disconnected.
no. Is it all the way disconnected? Do we have to refresh or? Because it did something funky like that last time. And we haven't hit the end stream.
What's going on, Dutch?
Okay, so Tammy says that she can hear us, but it seems like a slight delay. Is the screen just frozen? Hey, Robin. Hey, Robin. Number one, like, how do things look on your end? Because in the system that we're using, it's just like a spiral that we're seeing. So we don't know if you even see us. It did this last time.
It says no data.
Yeah, I don't know if it's OBS acting funny.
Okay, now it says, let's see if I refresh, what will it do? All right, is that better? It still seems kind of choppy.
Yeah, I can see us moving on our screen. Maybe it was just on our end. I don't know.
Ha ha, very funny, Robin. Very funny.
What'd you say? Video choppy and very quiet.
Yeah.
Even Sydney.
Whatever. Can y'all hear Mrs. Nakid Gardner?
I am still recovering from pneumonia, so I'm trying not to cough.
All right, so I think we got enough people in here. We can continue.
Dutch says that the sound could be a
Claim
little
your
louder.
homeowner stimulus today.
That is, didn't you just give me a hard time from my phone having some noise?
Okay, he said the sound is much better. Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right.
What projects are you guys working on today? All of you. Yeah, okay.
All right. Thank y'all, everyone. We're looking. I think we. I don't want to.
The first 5 minutes of our live stream.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. We're just gonna own that.
I think now that we're out in the rural
Country
area,
with a K, okay?
now that we're out in the country, that our internet or for our lives gets a lot of shakiness. So, Sunny Plays, what's going on?
Hey, girl.
Yeah, I think I might have to, before we do our live, just like that night prior, just restart our router so that way it won't get all choppy and stuff, because our internet has been going this last week and a half. It's been going in and out.
Yeah, it's been like up and down, and I've noticed it on my phone with my notifications, and even with social media. It acts funny, so I don't know what the deal is, but the internet has been, just this past month, been acting a little funny. So Robin is saying that she's listening while harvesting tomatoes, beans, and eggplant.
I am mad that we didn't do any. Well, we didn't have enough time to do any beans anyway.
I can't even listen to him complain about something we didn't do, because we have way more than we should have had, and I'm canning weekly right now with all the stuff coming out.
Yeah, I just brought in some more cucumbers.
I just
Remember, Robin, we were
canned.
just talking about that brine, so now she can use that brine.
I'm canning weekly, and mind you, it's a high class problem, but it's work. Every time, it's still work. I don't think, hey, Dutch Off Grid, I don't think that Big Bear Homestead is going live, because they're in their busy season right now. I think that they made an announcement on their last live that they were taking a break. Correct me if I'm wrong, Robin.
Yeah, even this month, last month, this month, the next month is going to be very busy, and will be very busy because we're about to start our fall gardening, which we're going to talk about here in a few. Is because I believe we are going to do a sweepstake.
I love it when you announce stuff to me. Tell me about it.
This.
Oh, a giveaway. Sweepstakes, I'm sorry, that didn't speak.
Well,
anything to
giveaway.
me. It's a giveaway that we were gifted. And it's a very valuable tool for gardeners or anybody that's still kind of trying to figure out the garden. We were gifted last year a Clydes Garden Planner, and we got to meet with Clyde and kind of pick his brain and interview him, and he gave us some to give to our subscribers. So here in a little bit we'll probably do a number guessing thing.
We got 2 to give away today.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Mrs. NG will be heading that one up.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's go through our list. So recently we did a video on moving our turkeys and chickens, something that we're going to be doing today.
Yes.
Why do you look taller than me?
I do that on purpose.
Uh-huh.
You like to low ride in your chair, and I don't. I try to get as tall as I can wherever I can. Sunny's place asked about if I was able to can those peaches. Yes. Now I didn't can them. I made a jam. I made a peach jalapeno jam that I put immediately into the refrigerator. And you've had it for your breakfast. I've been putting it on his sandwich.
Delicious, by the way.
Very good. And I altered it by using Bluegrass Homestead gifted us with some honey. And I, instead of using the syrup that the recipe called for, I used her honey, and then I used jalapeno instead of fresco peppers.
Ooh, fresco.
Yeah, we might want to grow that next year.
Yeah, because that's a good.
It's a more mild one.
Yeah, that's good to add with the Tabasco sauce that you made, and to kind of tone it down and give it more of a vibrant,
Well, I
sweeter
didn't do the
color.
Tabasco. I did cayenne. I did a cayenne, a fermented cayenne.
Yeah, I mean cayenne. Sorry.
Pepper sauce, and it's strong. It was a test batch, so it was just
And
a small
nice and garlicky.
He loves it. He loves how hot it is. I foresee me kind of like using it in something to kind of spice up a soup or something because it's that powerful. But I have another batch, a huge batch going that I mixed with some sweet peppers that's fermenting right now. And so I'm going to be trying another version.
Yeah. With the amount of open space that we have with our garden, this is the first year we've been very successful with our cucumbers, our squash, and
Everything.
our peppers. Yeah.
I mean, everything has been way more successful. I keep feeling like all of these, because I didn't expect it, so I'm not disappointed. I'm surprised, and I keep feeling like it is just another like message of we did the right thing moving here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hassle that we had with the septic system, and all of those things made me feel like, did we make the right decision? And then I walk into our garden and see the success we're having, and it just keeps feeling like it's these little messages of, yes, you did the right thing, you made the right decision. And we just had the septic system replaced, and we just had gutters put on the house. So that's new stuff that we had happen since our last live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the gutters was definitely a key element for adding it to the house. For some reason, they added it to the shop, but they didn't add it to the house. I guess it was an afterthought, and it was just a big pile of water buildup. But now we're able to direct the water away from the house, and then once we get the water cistern, we'll be able to connect it with that and do a pump to the water cistern that we're going to have. Next, we just got back from the Homesteading Live conference. Excellent conference. Learned a lot of things out there. What was that one lady's name that heard the first speaker? Sally
Fallon.
Yes, Sally Fallon.
Grab that book. Down. Right there.
So, Sally Fallon Morrell, very good speaker at the Homesteading Life Conference. Learned a lot of stuff from her about the oils and nutritions and things of that nature.
Yeah. She spoke truth. That is adjacent to what even the current recommendations of health are. Stuff that I think we've all known and why we're trying to do homesteading stuff. But she's a very impressive woman. I like her.
Robin said we had the similar experience, but now 8 years later, we know we made the right choice. I mean, y'all have a good sized property and a good sized stuff that y'all are doing.
Yeah, I'm impressed by the amount of acres that you guys have and the animals. I feel intimidated on that scale, even though we are growing. I don't know that we're ever, and I think it's because we don't have little workers. It's
Yeah.
just the two of us.
Well, one thing I'm glad we took in consideration from the Big Bear Homestead. They always told us don't get any of the animals till you have the infrastructure. Start with your infrastructure before you get the animals. And
We listen to that.
yeah, and we've noticed that a lot of people have been offering us animals, and we just like,
Free. Oh, that is
oh,
so
I don't
nice.
have the infrastructure set up. Plus, they also told us to take it slow. So that's what we also been doing is taking it slow, finding out the rhythm that we're doing right now with the turkeys and the chickens, and I feel that we have a comfortable rhythm now.
I feel it's taking a lot of effort for me to do everything and without being afraid. I don't want to do things in fear, but I want to do things prepared. And because I prepared, I have emotionally set myself up to be prepared to lose animals to predators, and it hasn't happened.
Yeah,
And so I'm like,
we are very grateful that I think it's the location because we're right near a road and kind of scares things
and
off.
it can hear like I would say like almost not our entire property, but there's roads with the sounds and stuff that go by, and so like there's thicker areas away from us where predators probably have better success. But I feel like our location, the type of predators that some people might have, we're not having that issue.
Yeah,
So like we're not having the wild boars over here,
the coyotes.
or the coyotes.
Even
I've
the,
heard them way
well,
out.
on my way to work yesterday, I saw a dead coyote and he was pretty big. I was like, ooh.
Now I would probably aim my vehicle at one of those too, to help a farmer out. But
But it's just we have to thank God for the luck and the success that we've had so far with our poultry. We only lost 3 turkeys.
yeah, and recently, yeah, we've lost 3 turkeys. One of them I don't count. It was the second day. They were new babies. Another one, its leg was messed up, and I was gonna try to nurse it. We separated it, but it wasn't feasible. And the other turkeys were picking on it when I had them together and so I had to call that one. And then one was just dead.
Yeah.
But like almost everybody we've talked to that have turkeys have lost a lot more than we have. And we just moved them, and they follow us like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Like next to these busy roads, a lot of people, I can see where people will be petrified and just leave their animal in one area and never move them for fear. But our turkeys have really responded to bucket training.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as they see me pick up the bucket, it be sometimes just nothing but water. They come running straight towards me. It's funny. Sunny Place says that's great advice. We're going at our own pace and only adding the things the two of us can handle with the balance of, and that's the another thing. I don't want to put too much pressure on Mrs. Nakid Gardner to be uh, having too much at one time and whatnot. So I try to in the morning when I get home, I try to act like she's not here, and I try to right before I go to work because I tend to the chickens, tend to to the turkeys, look out at the garden, see if there's anything, and then when I come home, I just do it in reverse. Check the garden, check the chickens, check the turkeys, and then we just basically me and her, we just sit out there with the chickens or the turkeys, and we just talk about our day. It's feel a little bit cool, and sometimes they jump up on top of us and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of that, but
Well, I'm not a fan of the shoulder. Like, I have a picture of my ugly baby on my shoulder recently, but she likes diamonds. Like, she keeps trying to grab my earrings, so I won't let her. But that's something like we're empty nesters. We don't have to tend to children, so we find ourselves kind of relaxing with our animals in the
well, our
evening.
animals are our chicken too. It's time to put them on our
Our
plate.
children, yeah,
Yeah.
our children.
Our animals are, what did I say?
Our chickens, our animals are our chickens.
Oh, our animals are our children. So
Yeah, but I mean, like don't get it twisted. Like when I'm out with the turkeys, they're cool. I'm having a good time with them, but I'll also like pet them, and they don't really like to be petted. But I'm just like, oh, you're gonna be so tasty. Like that neck looks like it's gonna be delicious.
yeah. And what was your best speaker at the Homesteading Life Conference?
Oh, we all know that I am a huge fan of Dr. Leo. And so, like, Dr. Leo is always going to be my favorite because I am planning to do some beekeeping,
Mm-hmm.
and it is an intimidating thing. And I know doing that, I'm going to be doing it by myself because he's not interested. And I really like Dr. Leo's natural beekeeping methods. Some people get into it, and I hear because I'm not doing it, so what do I know? But I hear other people that have tried his methods and haven't had success. I am enrolled in a class for him next month in Missouri, Kabul. And I'm going to that next month because I'm serious about doing things his way because we are empty nesters and I'm not going to have help. And I like his non-invasive methods that are working for him and some others. So we'll see.
Yeah. And then we got to talk with a lot of vendors out there. So we didn't get enough time to talk with all the vendors, but they have quite a few vendors we spoke with. The Redmond Salt, they coming out
We
with
love them.
a lot of agriculture items along with gardening items. So be on the lookout around
September.
September for some stuff, and then February, March for other stuff for the gardening aspect. They already have a few items that they have in the works that's on sale. We have the link in the description where you can go check out their website, and if you find something that you like, hit our code on there, the NG 2020
For a discount.
for a discount, and you can get a 10% discount on there. But if you have, especially if you have cows and you're not doing rotational grazing with animal coming on behind them like a chicken or ducks or turkeys. They have a mineral feed where it has garlic in it. It's supposed to have the garlic is supposed to suppress the flies since the flies does not like the garlic. So check that out. They have mineral salt or minerals for both now sheep and goats, where the mineral doesn't has a very low copper in there, where it doesn't does the copper toxicity.
With their product, it's apparently supposed to be a non-issue with all of the studies that they've done.
Yeah, so that's going to be great on that. And then they're coming out with a lot of soil amendments, foliager spray, different things of that nature. So check them out.
Yeah, I do want to say, like, or at least ask you, like, what is your favorite Redmond product?
Mine is the garlic salt,
I was gonna say that.
and the I like the sea salt of theirs.
I like the garlic salt and the garlic pepper. If you're a garlic fan, if you've never had I mean, it's a game changer in the kitchen. Like, those are my go-to seasoning for like everything, and it stepped up my game. What's that?
Sonny said, I think I'm going to try to make a Ozark homesteading expo so I can catch Dr. Leo's class. I'd like to learn more about it after talking with you, Tori.
Yeah, if that's the one in October, Emma, I'm jealous about you going to that one because Dr. Leo is going to have another beekeeper with him that is doing the natural method as well. That's having wild success in a small space, and it's a very profitable business if you can find the I guess the rhythm or the way to do it. That's why I'm stepping in very slowly into it because it's something I do want to succeed at, and I don't want to overwhelm myself because I get it. It's just the two of us, and he is supporting my endeavors and my interest in wanting to do it. But I know it's something that I have to rely on me doing it. So I think finding out as much information ahead of time isn't going to hurt you.
Yeah. And don't get it wrong. I told her I'll support her. Whatever you need, I'll help you out with it. But I just don't like things flying around my face. That's why I don't like these chickens jumping on my lap and looking at me like all like.
I don't let them get close to my face.
I'll be like,
that.
You do it if you want to. You be on my plate sooner than it need be.
Well, when it comes to the bees for me, like with the plans that we have with our orchard plans and our private gardens, I think that you're gonna like me having these bees. So
yeah, I mean we during the cool weather months we get a lot of bees once our clovers come up. There's a lot of bees out here. When we first moved before it got hot, it sounded like a helicopter or a drone was in our yard because it was so many bees.
Oh,
in there.
because of the clover. Like we had so much clover, and there were bees just. Zzz.
Oh, look at that! Off the grid with Doug and Stacy. Welcome.
Hey, Doug.
Morning.
Good morning. We had a really good time at the conference. So,
Yes.
Yeah, Moore's Patch of Heaven. We got to meet them at Sunny's place, and they were on their way to the Homestead Life Conference too. So it was really nice to meet. Well, we met them the year before, but we didn't get to like really just fellowship. So it was really nice to fellowship with people there, and I have to say, like my biggest thing aside from Dr. Leo was empty knives. Like this guy, like I wanted to go get this. Because
she kept on using mine and doling it as just using it for everything.
Well, we went through a move. I had to open boxes. Like I had boxes upon boxes upon boxes. And he, like, every time he turned around, he was like, "Where's my knife?"
Where's my knife? I need my knife.
I don't know.
So he was able to hook her up with one, and then Sonny's husband actually gave Mrs. Nakid Gardner a nice little similar knife.
I keep it in my purse.
Now I like his knife. Can you go get that knife?
Yeah, I'll go grab it.
Because the knife that he gave her had a serrated edge on the back side of it. Once she goes and gets it, I'll show you. What's going on, Samson Farm? Long time no talk, man. Where you been? And it's real nice. And he was even able to sharpen that knife and everything. And so it's pretty neat.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was, I forgot to ask him where he got it. I was describing to him empty knives, what I was
I thought it was
get.
a serrated edge, but it's not that sharp.
It's just a little, it's just a little. But it's a cute little knife. It's a lot smaller than this one, so it fits perfectly in my purse.
Yeah, but he sharpened it real good where.
Yeah, like it's very, very, very sharp.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. And this one he gave me. So I am a very happy girl.
Yeah.
I got the knife I wanted. I got registered for the class I wanted.
She got her B class.
Yes.
Now, we didn't get to talk to a lot of the vendors because we were just so busy. If you do happen to go to one of these conferences, do like we do, go tag team where check out the schedule and find out how y'all can conquer, take over and conquer those.
Divide and conquer.
Yeah, divide and
The
conquer.
night before, like we actually looked at it and mapped it out.
Yeah, Sonny, you saw how sharp it was. How sharp he sharpened it and everything.
Yeah, he sharpened it and it's like banging.
What else we got going? So on our way to the Homesteading Life Conference, actually to Emma's house, Sunny's place, we had a talk. Zoom. Was it Zoom or?
It was a Zoom
A
conference.
Zoom conference with a permaculture coach. She's going to help us plan out our orchard, which we talked to the Starks brothers
About getting bare roots.
about getting a lot of their possibly their fruits, trees, and berry trees, and other different things, because we didn't know after looking up on their website that they do more than just fruits.
Yeah.
They do plants, shrubs, and different things, other types of trees like shade trees and ornamental trees type stuff. So we talked to her for about a good 30 minutes on the
It was
way.
an hour.
Was it?
Yeah, I was watching the time. We were almost at Emma's and I was like,
Okay. Then, she just basically was asking us some very detailed questions that some of the questions we didn't even think of. And where we're going to be, she wants us to, since it's just the two of us, she was going to start thinking of some trees or some fruit trees where they don't all just be ready to harvest at one
And
time.
she's giving us options
Yeah.
based on our likes. I don't want to grow stuff that we're not going to use. So I like that the way that she's going about it is making sure that it's stuff that we like and that it's going to harvest in a domino effect.
Yeah.
It's not going to be all at once. So we're really, really thoughtfully planning out what we're going to be doing here.
Samson said that is a thumb or finger grip rest on the back, most likely.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Sonny's place. I love Stark Brothers. That's where I've got my baby trees from. So I'm looking into fodder trees right now. What are fodder trees? So the fruit trees that we're possibly thinking about doing, we already told her we have 2 fig trees. We're possibly looking for another fig tree.
We're looking for another persimmon that I really want.
Yeah, and looking at that, we told her we had a mulberry tree and a wild pear tree and
Wild
two
persimmon.
2 pecan trees. And so we gave her the Google map of our stuff that we got from Better Together Life. From their video of their permaculture coach. Cost us $50. I think we even gave the information to Sunny's place so she can start planning out her orchard and things of that, her permaculture land and whatnot.
I think it's worth it on your property to get it mapped like
Yeah,
that
it's $50
to avoid hundreds of thousands of dollars of mistakes.
Yeah, and then get you a find. All I did was Google a permaculture coach for our area, and she was able to contact us back and
It's
was
a
on.
lot cheaper than what a lot of people would think.
Yeah.
I would prefer to go that route than making thousands of dollars of mistakes and losing trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was going to just do it myself, but I always have a fear of where to plant it. Am I planting it too close? Well, I let her know that I want to do anywhere from dwarf to semi-dwarf since I have a short missus right here.
So we need dwarf trees.
Yeah, and
Which fruit sooner anyway.
yeah, and and just different things of that nature. I've told her what we plan on doing with the property. She even suggested having ducks intervene with our orchard, so that way the rotten and overripened fruit that falls down on the ground, they
They'll
can
be
pick
good,
at it,
yeah.
and then their manure will help feed the trees as well.
But they're also great for insects
Yeah, help
and snails.
snails, spiders, bugs, ticks.
We're finding the turkeys are spider assassins.
Yeah, they've at work.
Yeah, tearing it up.
Let's see. Samson Farms, like nut trees and persimmon trees. Sunny's Place. Our trees are also set up like that, so the harvests are offset.
That's
Cherries
good.
in June, peaches in August, apples in September, October.
I like that.
All right, Dutch. Sorry you had to leave. Thanks for stopping by. All around the mulberry bush, naked
Chase
chase.
the weasel. I was laughing earlier. I saw that.
Sunny Place white mold. I was just looking online about how to get cuttings for a mulberry tree, and somebody was talking about I think there is a Pakistani persimmons, and then they was talking about the white mulberry one, and I was interested about it for the mulberry.
No, for the persimmon.
Oh, we're talking about mulberry now.
Okay.
All right, Dutch. Thanks for stopping by. So definitely look into a permaculture coach in your area. Find out what the uh, talk is.
I think it helps to kind of just rein in your thoughts and plans. And like we said before, there were questions asked that we didn't even think of.
Yeah.
And we don't know everything. I mean, we're trying to become more educated about it.
That's why we're trying to do all our research up front before we implement anything on our homestead, because things cost money, you know.
Yeah, and we don't like to waste our money.
Yeah,
or our
I work hard
resources.
for my money, so I want to make sure it goes to good uses. So we try to do what we can, so we're not doing the same thing twice
And
or more than that.
I hope that, those of you that have known us for a while and have seen and have watched, we don't just like talk about doing things. We do things. We just do our homework first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, also get you a good mentor like us. We got uh, Big Bear Homestead, where we chat almost daily, nonstop with them about different animals.
We were asking them last night because we're farm sitting for the first time. And last night was our visit, our first time going over. And it's animals that intimidate us. So it's a good experience. We're blessed that these neighbors take care of our animals when we're gone. So we're there for them so that they can go have a good time. And they have some pigs, which we think year 3 we want to do, but it is an animal that intimidates us.
Yeah.
And they have cows, which the two of us know, like, we're not going to have cows.
Yeah, we'd rather have goats and sheep as our...
I want sheep, he wants goat.
Yeah, because I do a lot of body creams and soaps with, so that would be very good.
And I just like how lambs taste.
You can, Samson Farm said, you can stagger persimmons in a way to feed hogs almost half a year. We're actually thinking about, since our persimmon tree is right next to our pond, is to house our feeder pigs right nearby there, so that way any of the persimmons that are ripened and fall to the ground, they can get onto that, and once they get out to the water, they can...
And that's going to be and that time of year is a very watery time of year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that area. And that's the wild one. I would rather share the wild ones with the pigs than the other fancy food ones.
Hey, Drop Family Farm Garden, how you? So next one, okay, you want to do the Clyde planter?
Oh yes. Who here is interested in getting one of the Clyde Garden Planners? This has been a very valuable tool. It's something that we know now, but it has so much information. Do you want to show?
I mean, I don't know how to show it. I'd rather tell. So on this planner, it's good because it comes with a chart where it shows your average hardiness zone, where your first and last frost date is. So you basically take that frost date with this red line, and it gives you all details on here, but it basically tells you how close to plant them, um, where to plant them, and things of that nature. What?
A pen, please. So I am gonna do this. Ooh,
Uh-oh.
says our viewers are gonna experience some buffering. I am so sorry. I'm watching as stuff comes in here. If you are interested in a planner, I want you to. I'm writing down a number between 1 and 100, and I want you to go ahead and, if you're interested in that, write your number down. And I have my number, and I'll show you my number. But if you are interested in getting one of these Clyde planners, if you go ahead and write your numbers, as soon as we see them, the first one that's closest to it is, or the first one that's closest to it is going to win that.
Yep.
Yep.
And we'll do another one towards the end of the,
Yeah, we've got 2 that we're gonna give away.
which we'll do in about 19 minutes.
Yeah, and if you end up, okay, so Samson's at 76, okay. And the closest one, you just have to email us your address, and I will send that out this week.
Yeah, just email us at
Gmail, yeah.
what is the number?
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So,
Viola Graham, welcome.
oh yeah, that's the first time I saw that name up there. Welcome, welcome. Glad you could join us.
So you actually just talked about our next comment, the farm setting. Now they have some nice pigs. They got red waddlers.
Yeah, they got
or
these
waddle-
like things that hang. They're funny looking.
So they're planning on sending that to freezer camp in October, I believe they were saying, and we're still watching the numbers come up. We'll let that go for the next 2.5 minutes, and so with that, they got 3 of them there. I just checked this morning when I went to go feed them. They had 3 females, so that's going to be interesting. We're going to try to join that. They're going to start harvesting those 3 pigs at his parents' or their in-laws' house. They're not going to do it at their house. They're a young couple, very new. I wouldn't say they're new to homesteading.
No, they come from homesteading.
Yeah,
parents.
they're just new to doing it on their own and stuff. So
Yeah, I love that there are neighbors. So it's so nice.
oh, you should post and everything. That really helps our channel out. But I thank you for doing it now.
Yes. Little danglers.
Yeah, Jason, Samson Farm, the little danglers, waddle is where they get their name from, but they look weird. All right, Sonny, thanks for stopping by. I prefer the word bacon camp when talking about. So they, from what Jason was saying, they're supposed to be great hogs to butcher. So we'll see. I think they said they're gonna leave some or get some more. Who knows? But it's fun because now when I went there this morning, I was like, hey, pig, 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 pig. Kind of like what Jason does for Soda Land. And they
Yeah.
come up into the back gate and start. So,
Yeah, and they didn't greet us like that the first time,
Yeah.
but we brought over compost or stuff from our
freezer that I
yeah.
normally do to the for our vermiculture farm, our worm farm.
But they let us, so we were feeding them that because our neighbors are letting us get their manure.
Yeah, so later on today we'll be going and get their cow manure and their pig manure. They haven't sprayed the land, so I asked them, well, if you haven't sprayed any herbicide, I would love to get some of your manure. And they were like, sure. So we're going to get some of that. When I turn the compost, we're going to do a video about that today. Turning the compost and adding that manure in there so that way it can heat back up now that it's kind of cooling down the compost. So.
Yeah, Samson, farm, Nathan, that's something, while we do have, like, we feel a little intimidated with pigs, I'm seeing how easily trainable our turkeys are, and that the same methods we're using with our turkeys, we can use those same methods with pigs, and I know pigs are easily trained if you take the time to do it. And that's really the biggest thing. You have to be hands-on with your animals. You have to be consistent. And I think we're discovering that we are those things, and that's why we've had success with what we have.
Marie Smith, hi. I am glad to catch you live. You both have been so encouraging me. I'm working on my first video because of you and Lead Farmer 73. Thank you. Where is your hardiness zone, and what are you currently growing right now?
And just so you know, people like yourself is why we do what we do. Yeah.
So we're gonna do this number, and it looks like Samson Farm is the closest one with 76.
I got 99, so
She put 99 down. So Nathan, email us your address and we'll send you the Clyde Garden Planner.
Yeah. Great tool to have.
Yeah.
And she said that over there for the great.
And Marie, you're one of the reasons why we kind of do this is because we want to have everyone to at least grow one thing this year, no matter what it is. Something we get a lot of first-time gardeners. They don't know what they want to grow or what should they grow. We always tell them, grow what you want to eat. Start very small, because if you start larger than what you are able to work with, you get overwhelmed and then quit. That's one of the few things that stop a first-time gardener from being a second-year gardener. So,
yeah, I think when it comes to gardening, being stubborn is a great quality to have as a gardener. And I guess because we are stubborn people, our failures, we want to try stuff another way when we fail. And so we always like to talk about pressing through and not giving up to other gardeners that do meet with failure, and then they think they can't grow anything. And we know that's not true. You can grow something.
Yeah, we'll always try at least 2 to 3 times.
More than that, don't even lie. Like, he will keep going and go. Marigolds is a perfect example.
But now look, the third time I'm able to grow them all successfully.
4th time, yeah.
No, 3rd time.
Now, pineapple sage.
Pineapple sage we tried, and I'm jealous of Robin. She's grown pineapple sage and hers is getting bushier and stuff. So I'm not really mad, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
All right. Samson said he sent the email there.
Okay, I'll get that out
Christy
to
Betts, good morning. Good morning. How are you? Marie Smith says she's in 8A Central, Georgia.
Okay, so you're near our mentors.
The Big Bear Homestead. She is harvesting beans, squash, tomatoes, peppers, and okra. Cool. Out of those, which one is your best one that you love to grow?
And what kind of squash? We will tell you that the squash that we've learned is the most pest resistant has been the Zucchino rampicante. Everything else, this is the first year that we've had success with some of the zucchinis and some of the yellow squash. But even those, we're starting to notice some vine borers on.
Not vine borers, squash bugs.
Or squash bugs, sorry. Yeah.
Drop Family's garden. I'm stubborn, still too lazy to thin out the other beds that has beets in it. Yeah, when we were going to the Homesteading Life Conference, the beets that I try to sneak into Mrs. Nakid Gardner's herb area that we're doing as a apartment gardening, those kind of dried out and died. So.
God didn't like that sneaky stuff. I don't like beets. They nasty.
Beans are good. Marie Smith. She said beans are her favorite. What type of beans? I wanted to grow some French beans because we love those. So Mrs. Nakid Garden have been doing a lot of canning and fermenting.
This is the first year that we're getting enough harvest that I'm getting challenged because I need to preserve and I don't have experience enough to know the best recipes for stuff. So this right now is my season of preserving and canning, and I'm glad I'm getting small batches every week because with everything I'm testing one solid recipe with each one, and then we're gonna be able to like test those things. I'm like documenting the recipes by the week of what I used. I'm writing in all the cans. I'm saving them in a folder in my phone, in a cloud thing, so that I'm cultivating my experience so that I can go to certain recipes for things, but I just don't know.
Yeah. Now the funny thing is now that we're getting all of these harvests, now the hard part about it is finding ball can or just
Cans. Oh my gosh. The last 3 visits to the store, I go to the canning aisle and there's like nothing. There's either nothing or there's like 3 things, and I'm becoming that jerk that if I see 3 things, I grab those 3 things because I've been there
What
with
do you mean
Nancy.
starting to be a jerk?
Okay. Fair. That was fair.
Where's Sage? Justin Arnold.
He jumped up in my lap a little earlier. He was a little
Oh,
mad.
he's napping underneath here.
Yeah, he is here. I took a funny video of him yesterday. I think I'm gonna make a shorts out of it for our TikTok, or not a shorts, but a TikTok video where our neighbors' ducks, they have become very comfortable with us.
Yeah.
Very, like they're coming to our door.
I kind of want to build a little duck pen or something for them.
It's cute. They go and visit our chickens, like at the net.
Like, where y'all get that food from? Why are
and they're
y'all
like,
in
well,
there?
ain't you gonna share? But Sage saw them at this back door, and he acted like he wanted to go outside, and he doesn't want to go outside anymore. When we were in the city, he would be gone all night sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's weird to me that we come here and he is scared to go outside, and he acts afraid. So when he does ask to go outside, I'm like, go ahead, go outside. And he acted like he was gonna go after those ducks. Like he got down and he like wiggled, and then he just kind of like walked off. I mean, I was like, really?
You're like, only I should be on my property.
Yeah.
The only animal that should be
This
on the
porch
property.
is mine. So he was like acting funny about the porch, them on the porch.
The sage died. Where did you have your sage and?
No, we're talking about a plant, not our cat.
Yeah, your sage plant died. Where did you have your sage plant? Did you have it in the shade, out in the heat? Because we noticed that our sage and mint do very well in the shade. So my brother-in-law had a cat named Dog. I got a new kitty. Her name is Goose.
That's cute. I think at some point we probably will get some more cats. I'm just not 100%. I'm almost leaning towards just actually having a goose as another protection animal.
Yeah. That's something. I have a new batch of cherrywood smoked salt ready for people pleasure as well. Cool, man.
Cool.
Next year, I'm already starting to look at different types of sheep. There's 3 different types of sheep that we are interested in getting next year.
The Dorpers.
The Dorpers,
The St. Croix.
the St. Croix. I think Doug and
The
Stacy has,
Katatas.
and the Katahdins.
We're looking at those 3. Like we're trying to like really zero in on that, and then where we can get them in the area. So those 3 are the ones that are on our list.
The goats, the 2 goats that we were thinking about, even though somebody said there was a goat that's a dual purpose, but I heard mixed reviews on dual purpose animals besides chickens, is the Nigerian dwarf goats for the dairy, and then the Kikos for the meat goats.
That's what our interests are when it comes to the goats. Yeah, those 2. Oh, she said her sage was in the morning sun and the afternoon shade.
Yeah, we keep ours in mostly total shade, and it's coming back every year. I mean, I think we only planted it one time.
I guess this is the 4th round on this one that we have on the garden sage that we have out there.
How many Dorper ewes do you have, Samson? And you said you have Katana rank, a Katana?
He wants.
Oh, you want to? Okay. Are you gonna try to mix them?
See, and that's something we're still learning about. That's part of what we're still trying to
Let's
learn.
do the next.
Oh yeah, we got one more Clyde's Garden Planner to give away. I'm gonna write down another number between 1 and 50 this time. And it says, look, last time I said it said that they were.
They don't like your voice.
Whatever. So I'm gonna write down a number between 1 and 50, and the person that gets the closest to it can email us their address and we will send it. But go ahead and write that down, and in like 5 minutes we'll give people 5 minutes to do it. Our mail is getting delivered. Okay.
2 ewes, and yes, I want to mix to get a hybrid. Okay. I have it. Kiko boar crosses are amazing. I had them before, about 40 at one. Oh wow.
That's a lot.
How was that? And see, I think I just want to do 4 of each. 4 sheep, 2 males, 2 females, and then maybe 2 or 1 male of the Nigerian and the Kiko, and the rest females. I want to slowly, like I said, we're trying to take things slowly. We have the semi-infrastructure set up for them. I would like to improve it. And so, be right back at to feed the chickens and grab coffee.
That's important.
I'm surprised you don't have coffee already. Which number is it? Y'all have 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, we'll call off that number and let you know.
Because we got to move the turkeys.
We've only had them in that spot for 1 week.
10 days.
Has it been 10 days?
Yeah, Thursday of last week, right before we left.
And they've really done a great job. Now that I've seen how they were able to clear, because I didn't even want to walk into that barn because of all the creepy crawlies. And I'm not afraid of bugs, but I was afraid that the dangerous ones, because black widows have been spotted on the property.
And we don't know if we have any brown recluses or whatever they
brown
call
recluses. We haven't seen those, but we know that they potentially could be in the dark areas that we are not comfortable walking into. But the turkeys have really cleared. I'm comfortable walking into that barn now. And then we have another barn on the other side, and our tornado shelter that is frightening. I wouldn't want to. He definitely doesn't want to go into it. But so we're gonna put them around those two structures today. I'm hoping that the fencing will go around it so that they can clear those areas out.
Marie Smith says, I've been looking into pygmy goats, but not enough land for it. How much land do you have? And the reason why I ask that is because you can check this book out and it should give you an idea of what you can do on your property. You can get this on Amazon. Oh man, it's raining and I have clothes hanging out. That's awesome, Christy. Old school.
Okay, so it looks like
Justin Arnold. Looks like you're the closest one with 28.
Yeah, I got 29, so that's the closest.
So email us your address and we will send you out.
Put our address in again.
Yeah, I already did.
Oh, you did again?
Right here.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, email your address to us, Justin, and I will mail that this week to you.
Alrighty.
That's awesome.
Well, we thank everyone for coming out and hanging out with us for a while this morning. But we have to go do some homesteading chores and knock out some videos and stuff. And we're going to be having part 1 of the Homesteading Live Conference tomorrow. So take a look out for that. I only, let's see, Samson Farm, The Backyard Homestead is a good book for a small landowner as well. Marie Smith, I have about 0.38 acres.
Didn't we start off with something like that?
We started out even half of that.
Yeah, we had even smaller than that when we started out. We're huge believers in making wherever you're at your classroom. Just do what you can where you're at.
Yeah, I mean, we started there small, so sold our house at a perfect time and was able to get this.
Yeah.
Yeah, rabbits and quails are
small
good for
scale.
that size if you're looking to raise your own meat. Samson, he grows, or I guess you could say raises quail and quail eggs. So
Just husbandry.
yeah. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for stopping by. We do this every first Saturday of each month, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time.
If there's a topic that you would like us to address on one of those, we're open to feedback. So feel free to make any comments about any particular topics you would like to see us address in one of our lives. I'm thinking it would be kind of neat to try a live out doing chores and kind of showing you what we do on one of our lives. It's not an idea I have
Yeah, I would like to do that,
from my phone.
but the way our internet is set up,
I'm willing to try it though.
we could try it.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Christy that asked about that. Sorry. Christy, the author of the book is Janet Chadwick. Check her out on Amazon. But until the next video, no, wait.
Yeah.
We talked about tomorrow's video. Yep, okay, cool. So until the next video, let's grow together.